Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, recently, Paulie Malignaggi, the Magic Man, a lot of people's favorite boxing analyst. I actually got to interview him recently, but anyway, he did an interview with FightHype.com and basically went off about, Demetrius Andrade, arguably, in my personal opinion, and the opinions of many people in boxing, he's probably the best fighter at 154 pounds, and Paulie raised some good points. So I'm gonna play you guys a video, and we're gonna dissect from there. He pretty much goes into about how the business of boxing has pretty much messed up this guy's career. So I'm gonna play the audio. And we'll go from there. Here's what Paulie had to say.
Paulie, last thing, Demetrius Andrade was here earlier.
Yeah,
and he feels you should be in the mix with the Canelos and the Charlos.
He should. He's he's a product of this shitty business, and there's not a lot of marketing in boxing a lot of times, and a lot of these promoters are lazy. A lot of people on his team, I don't think do the job right for him, and they don't get his name out there enough. Demetrius does his job every time he goes out there, and that's fight, and fight very well, and looks spectacular in doing so every time. And he needs a team around him that does the same job and has the same passion for him as he has for his own training and his own fighting. This is a guy that, when I saw him at 17 years old, I felt like he would be a surefire Hall of Famer one day, and he continues to show me that. But unfortunately, if they don't raise his profile, if they don't raise his name and get him the big fights and get him the big opportunities and even make him a household name, they're going to waste all that talent, and they're not even going to let him be a Hall of Famer. It's a joke, man. That's why the Boxing Hall of Fame to a degree is almost comical at times, because you don't always get in there just because you might be the best. You need everybody's help to push you forward and then get you the big fights and get you the marketing and get you the notoriety. And Demetrius Andrade right now is not getting that, and I'd like to see that.
He told me he'd move up to 160 and he'd fight Triple G.
Because that's the position they put you in at a certain point. You cannot get fights. You cannot get dates. You cannot get anything. You know what I'm saying? So you start getting put into a tough position behind the 8 ball where you just got to take the toughest guys who nobody wants to fight because you have no other choice. Trust me, I've been there. Believe me. You know what I'm saying? So you end up saying, okay, I got to eat. How do I make the most money I can right now? Because I'm not going to be able to just work my way and build up my profile as a star by just getting consistent fights, consistent big fights. I got to try to be an opponent for some of these guys and hopefully pull the upset here and there. And that's what he's starting to realize that and starting to try to pull that card, because that's the last card you have left. When you're in that position, the last and only card you have left is to do that. And not to say he doesn't have the skills to do it, but it's going to be very difficult.
All right, number one pound fighter right now?
Andre Ward.
No doubt.
Calm down. We're gonna pause it right there. So, Demetrius Andrade. A lot of things Paulie said were very interesting. We'll start with the first thing he said. He said that a lot of promoters in boxing can be very lazy, and I gotta agree with him 100%, because when it comes to these promoters, look, you got to look at it like this. And this is why I give Tom Loeffler, K2 Promotions, the people who have been building up Triple G, a lot of credit, because Triple G is not like one of them guys where you have a built-in fan base. They put the work in. He's fought in New York. He's fought in LA. He's fought in different places in the UK, and they've made him a household name. Or they've been taking the steps to make him a household name. So they get credit. But I'm saying with a lot of these promoters, they want someone who's it's one of two or three things. They either want the Olympic gold medalist or Olympic silver medalist, someone who has a medal in the Olympics. So they want the Olympic medalist. They either want that, they want the fighter from Puerto Rico and Mexico with the large fan base, or they want some ignorant, like loudmouth type of fighter who has decent skills. If you're not one of those three things, a lot of times promoters get lazy. More so the third one I said, take that away. It's more so the first two things: being an Olympian and being an Olympic medalist and being a or Puerto Rican or Mexican fighter with a built-in fan base. If you're not one of those two things, in this day in boxing, promoters don't put the work in to really promote you. And I feel that with Andrade, that's been the case. Rock Nation screwed up his career. This guy should have been one of the top 10 best fighters in boxing. And honestly, forget resumes for a second. If you look at the skill set of Demetrius Andrade, I feel like he probably, you could make the case that he's probably one of the top 10 or 15 best fighters in boxing, but he just hasn't had the chance to put that on display against the best fighters because of promotional issues and certain dudes not wanting to fight him. So now he's in a position now where he's calling out the Charlo, he's calling out all these guys in the weight class to fight him, and he's 29 years old, I believe. So he's at that point in his career where it's like, okay, it's either now or never. You got to get the big fights, and you got to pretty much, put the world on notice that you're a great talent. For those that don't know, so Paulie raised a lot of good points, and I even piggyback more off what he said. When he was talking about the Boxing Hall of Fame and saying that like the Boxing Hall of Fame is almost kind of a joke sometimes, because some of the most skilled fighters in the world don't even get a chance to prove themselves on the big stage against the guys they should fight because of promotional issues or stuff that goes on behind the scenes that prevents them from getting in the ring to prove themselves. So a lot of points, but I would say that go back. I want you guys, I want everybody out there who claims to follow this sport. I want everybody out there to go, when they get a chance after you watch this video, go watch the Demetrius Andrade versus Willie Nelson fight that happened last year. I watched a lot of boxing this year. I watched a lot of boxing year round. From Showbox to the big cards to Unamas cards to everything in between. Very few fighters displayed like the nuances that makes fighters great, more so than Demetrius Andrade in that fight against Willie Nelson. Like, he was staying there in the pocket, he was slipping shots, he was countering, always in position to hit, to defend himself, and then always in position to hit without getting hit, but still make his opponent pay for every little mistake that he made. Very few fighters were doing it like Demetrius Andrade in that fight. And you can say, well, the opponent or whatnot, but Willie Nelson has been a guy in his career to make fighters who were top level prospects or in some cases top level 154 pounders. He's upset them on many occasions. Go back and watch his fight with Tony Harrison. So Andrade took Willie Nelson, a guy with a respectable name in the division, and he reduced him to look like a D or F level fighter that night. And it's like when you watch that fight, when you watch how Andrade gets leverage on his counter punches, on his jabs, just anything pretty much he wants to do, he can do in the ring against the top 154 pounders in the world. And it's like when you watch that fight, when you watch any one of his fights, it's easy to see why a lot of these guys don't want to fight him. And more so than that, it's a damn shame that his career hasn't gone the way it should have gone. But there's still hope. There's still hope for Demetrius Andrade, and hopefully in 2017 he gets those fights to prove himself to the world. He's called out everybody. I would love to see him get a chance to fight Arizmendi Lara. I feel that's a fight he would definitely win. Both of them are slick southpaws who like to counterpunch, so it'd be kind of a chess match. Might not make the most entertaining fight, but it'd be one that needs to happen. So hopefully 2017 for Andrade goes better, but I think Paulie made a lot of great points in this video, and I'll leave the link for you guys down below. So it's on Fight Hype, so check that out. And let me know what you guys think. Demetrius Andrade, do you guys think he gets the big fights in 2017? Do you see him as, just from a skill standpoint, do you guys out there think that he's the best at 154? I personally do. I know there's a lot of people that also believe the same thing. So let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.